Welcome to our channel, where we help aspiring real estate investors build wealth without a full-time commitment. Today, we're talking about the best real estate markets to invest in 2026. What 5 cities are about to explode in value? These hidden gems are where population growth is outpacing housing supply, creating a perfect storm for massive returns. I've spent years analyzing real estate trends and advising high net worth individuals on their investment strategies. My team and I have used tools like PropStream and Mashvisor to identify these undervalued cities. We've seen it time and time again. Investors who get in early on these types of markets can reap huge rewards. In this video, we'll reveal the top 5 cities you need to know about in 2026 and how you can get started with investing in them, even if you're new to real estate investing. Whether you're looking to buy rental property or invest in REITs, we'll give you the inside scoop on how to make the most of these emerging markets. Most investors make the same fatal mistake. They chase the hype. They look at the cities everyone is already talking about, the ones all over the news. But here is the cold truth. By the time a market is trending on YouTube or in a magazine, the real profit is already gone. You're fighting for crumbs. You're trapped in bidding wars, overpaying for properties with terrible cap rates just to get your foot in the door. It's a race to the bottom. And while you're hunting for a deal in a saturated market, the smart money is moving. There is a massive migration happening right now, a fundamental shift in where people will actually live and work by 2026. But most investors are blind to it. They're staring at the rearview mirror while the opportunity is accelerating right past them. If you keep following the crowd, you'll get crowd results. Average returns. High risk. The window to buy truly undervalued assets is closing. Once the population surge hits these hidden pockets, the prices will skyrocket. And you'll be left wondering why you didn't move while the entry price was still low. Most investors make the same mistake. They look at where people asterisk were last year. That's a lagging indicator. To win in 2026, you need a leading indicator. We call this the migration map. It's the intersection where corporate relocation meets a housing shortage. When population growth outpaces construction, prices don't just rise, they explode. You don't need a full-time job in real estate to capitalize on this. You just need to be in the right zip code before the crowd arrives. Let's dive into the 5 hidden markets poised for a massive breakout. First, Huntsville, Alabama. They call it the Rocket City. Why? Because of the massive concentration of aerospace and defense contracts. High-earning engineers are flooding in, but the rental inventory is stagnant. You have a high-income tenant base and a low entry price. It's a cash flow paradise. Next, we move to the Midwest, Columbus, Ohio. This isn't your grandfather's Rust Belt. The Intel megafactory is a game changer. We're talking about thousands of high-paying jobs hitting the market simultaneously. This creates an immediate, desperate need for mid to high-end rental housing. If you aren't looking at the periphery of Columbus right now, you're missing the boat. Third is San Antonio, Texas. While the world fought over Austin, San Antonio stayed undervalued. It's the affordable alternative for the tech exodus. It has a diversified economy and a massive population base. The growth is steady, the risk is lower, and the appreciation potential is huge as Austin becomes unaffordable. Fourth, the Research Triangle, Raleigh and Durham, North Carolina. This is a magnet for PhDs and tech talent. It's not a bubble, it's a structural shift. The demand for professional-grade rentals is outstripping supply every single quarter. This is where you build long-term, generational wealth. Finally, the wild card, Grand Rapids, Michigan. It's a hidden gem. Strong healthcare sectors and a diversifying manufacturing base. It's currently flying under the radar of the big institutional funds. That is exactly where you want to be. Now, You can't find these opportunities by scrolling Zillow. The best deals are off-market. This is why I use PropStream. It lets me filter for high-equity owners and distressed properties in these specific growth zones. And to make sure the numbers actually work, I run everything through Mashvisor. It takes the guesswork out of the cash flow, showing me exactly what the projected ROI is before I ever make an offer. Don't guess with your capital. Use the data. Identifying these 5 cities is the easy part. Finding the actual deals is where most investors fail. You can't rely on Zillow for high conviction plays. You need institutional-grade data. That's why I use PropStream. It lets you pinpoint distressed properties and high-equity owners before they ever hit the public market. If your focus is purely on cash flow and short-term rentals, Mashvisor is your best bet. It strips away the guesswork, giving you real-time revenue projections based on actual neighborhood data. By combining these 2 tools, my students have shifted from guessing to calculating. They're closing deals in these migration hubs, while others are still scrolling. Stop hunting blindly. Use the links in the description to get started with PropStream and Mashvisor today. Build your 2026 portfolio with data, not hope.